I'm seeing Caitlin Clark go at it.
Escalated. So that was called a flagrant. Those two were technicals. Charles got a technical, and then Mabry for what?
It began on a frigid January 13, 2020, one night in Columbus. Fresh-faced Caitlin Clark, a freshman with absurd shooting range, dropped 27 points on Jacy Sheldon's 15-0 Ohio State squad, only to watch Sheldon seal an 84-82 overtime win with suffocating full-court pressure and a chest bump celebration that went viral on Big Ten Network. From that first meeting, Clark's limitless pull-ups and Sheldon's in-your-jersey defense were locked in a personal tug-of-war, every bit as compelling as the score itself. The next 2 seasons turned the spark into a blaze. March 26, 2023, Clark torched the Buckeyes for 41-12-7 in Iowa City, flashing a night-night gesture as the Hawkeyes cruised 105-72, while an injured Sheldon watched helplessly from the bench. January 21st, 2024, the rematch in Columbus flipped the script. No. Iowa fell 100-92 in overtime, and a court-storming fan accidentally collided with Clark while Sheldon hollered, "This is our house." The clip hit 3 million views. By draft night 2025, the WNBA didn't just inherit 2 elite guards. It inherited a feud already cast in iron, poised to ignite under brighter lights and higher stakes. By the time the Commissioner's Cup rolled into Indianapolis, the league had already slapped a neon marquee on its newest rivalry. The Cup isn't just a mid-season curiosity anymore. It's a televised, sponsor-backed sprint for a $500,000 prize pool and crypto bonuses that every front office can see on the balance sheet. For the Fever, a franchise still clawing back from years in the lottery, the Cup offered instant legitimacy. For the Sun, saddled with roster questions and a restless star in Marina Mabry, it felt like a stress test the whole basketball world could watch live. National broadcasters smelled fireworks. Disney moved the game to a prime ESPN slot, betting that Caitlin Clark's Rookie of the Year buzz would siphon casual viewers from MLB's regular season lull. League Pass promos ran Clark's logo threes in slow-mo, then cut to Jacy Sheldon clapping in her face back in college, setting the stage like a pay-per-view undercard. Even neutral fans knew something combustible was about to ignite. Connecticut's locker room simmered for different reasons. The front office had just denied Mabry's 3rd trade request in as many years, leaving the fiery guard feeling boxed in, yet still expected to carry the scoring load while rookie contracts sorted themselves out. Throw in veteran center Tina Charles, who signed a 1-year prove-it deal after hinting at retirement. The Cup decals on the hardwood gleamed under broadcast lights, but the emotions rippling through Gainbridge Fieldhouse were vintage Big Ten chippy, relentless, and loud. Sheldon shadowed Clark 94 feet on the very first possession, barking, "Not today," as she slapped the floor. Clark grinned and promptly drilled a 28-footer that cracked the decibel meter. Cameras cut to Mabry jawing with the Fever bench. Charles flexed after an early and 1. It didn't take a lip reader to know the pleasantries were officially over. Every Cup matchup is supposed to be a showcase of execution, but this one felt like a tinderbox disguised as primetime hoops. And everyone, coaches, refs, sponsors, stream chat diehards, could sense that one bad screen or stray elbow might set the whole thing ablaze. Mid-third, the game's heartbeat finally skipped. Clark is dribbling up court when Jacy Sheldon lunges for a steal, and instead gouges a finger straight into Clark's right eye. Clark's head jerks back, and instinct takes over. She stiff-arms Sheldon to clear space. Whistles shriek, but the arena's cheers die when the ref slapped Clark, not the instigator, with a technical. Replay after replay flashes the poke on the video board. The decision lights a fuse under Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Boos turn into a low-grade roar, and every Sun possession now feels radioactive. Clark wipes her eye, shakes off the sting, and buries the free throw the Tech handed Connecticut. Indiana leads, but the mood has shifted from competitive to combustible. And then the fuse reaches Marina Mabry. A possession later, the Sun guard barrels in from half court and lowers a shoulder into Clark's back, sending her sprawling like she's been clipped by a linebacker. The crowd gasps, Coach Stephanie White explodes, and players from both benches hover at the sideline, half ready to sprint. Astonishingly, the refs hand Mabry the same single technical they just gave Clark. No ejection, no flagrant. Fuel meets fire. Overnight, cooler heads at League HQ watched the tape everyone else already saw. By dawn, Mabry's shove is officially elevated to a flagrant 2, a finable offense that would have sent her packing on the spot. Indiana's up 17 with seconds left, but Sophie Cunningham hasn't forgotten May 30, or the eye poke 15 minutes earlier. Sheldon picks off a pass and races for meaningless layup points. Cunningham tracks her stride for stride, wraps both arms around her midair, and hauls her to the floor. Not malicious, just emphatic. Whistles, chaos, and a choir of Sophie erupts behind the fever bench as officials upgrade her foul to flagrant 2 and send both her and Sheldon to the tunnel. Whistle aftermath and league fallout. When the smoke clears, Indiana coasts 88-71, booking its first Commissioner's Cup final berth behind Clark's 20-6-4 line and Natasha Howard's 50th career double-double. By morning, the league levies fines on Mabry and Cunningham, but, stunningly, hands out no suspensions. Columnists howl. Tennis legend Chris Evert fires off a late-night post blasting the WNBA for failing to protect its marquee draw. When will they realize Clark is the best thing that's happened to the women's game? This is a bad look for the sport. Looking ahead. So now the question isn't whether the Fever can play, they just proved that. The question is whether any team or any officiating crew can bully them off their mission.